you some common pitfalls that you're going to have when you're drawing 2-point perspective cubes freehand. Here, let's look down. We've got our 2-point perspective cube that we drew with the theory of perspective using the vanishing points and the horizon line. When you draw them by hand, you're going to get some common pitfalls. And the first one is that if you draw both angles diverging, you'll wind up with something that it can't look like a cube because you can't see the top and the bottom at the same time. That's going to look like some other geometric shape. So both the top and the bottom angles can't be diverging. Only one or the other can be going in different directions. The most common pitfall that I see is that when people draw it step by step by hand, they're going to start off with this top angle, the Y part in my little saying that's on my other video. They're going to start with that looking too perky. You can see that that looks a little bit more like a diamond than it looks like a cube. So too perky of an angle is always going to be a problem. Okay, the opposite of that is that sometimes people make their angles too flat, and then it doesn't really show that it's moving back in space. So if you wind up making your angles like this, it's really hard to tell. Is the top supposed to be here? Is it supposed to be here? I can tell that my pencil's about to break. Let me grab another one. So sometimes when it looks too flat, it just gets really confusing. You can't tell what that object is really going to be. It doesn't look like a cube. Little kids do this mistake a lot more often than adults do. The next mistake is that sometimes you get all the way along the cube and it's looking pretty good. And then instead of going from the front corners back and making this line look like it's converging to this line, so you want this line to converge to this line, and then this line, you want this one to converge to that one, like these two are converging over here to your vanishing point. If they don't converge like that, sometimes what people do is they arbitrarily pick a spot and then they make that plane in the top by just randomly picking a spot. This either makes the plane look like it's curving here, or it makes it look like it's a house and you've got two different sides to the top. Okay, so you want to draw from the front corner back and make it converge. So the front corner here and then go back. Okay, the last mistake that I often see is when people draw everything okay, but they make the legs too long, and then your verticals are not parallel and it looks something more like a pyramid base. So these vertical lines really have to be parallel. So your verts have to be parallel. Okay, if you don't do that, you'll wind up with a pyramid. It's a great way to draw a pyramid if you're looking to draw a pyramid like that. But, or you could draw it like that, and then you have a pointed top pyramid. But that's not going to be the best way to draw a cube. Okay, so hopefully all of those tips for drawing a 2-point perspective cube and the common pitfalls that you might run into will help you to assess the hand-drawn cube that you're practicing and make some quick changes to it so that it turns out looking like you spent a million years on it. Thank you all so much for watching. More videos are coming soon, so if you wish to subscribe to my channel, go ahead and do that. And also you can check out my website, lzmstudio.com.